I filmed a local disc golf tournament just to be disgusted by the putters of choice, so you know I have to roast them. Shout out to Floppy Disk for letting me get these shots. Also, before anyone gets triggered, I'm not talking about you, but if the shoe fits, you gotta wear it. Or some shit like that. Time to shame some discs. If you putt with the Focus, you picked literally the only flawless putter there is, and your dick is probably huge. Well, I know at least one of those things is true, and I have to special order the small condoms online. It's hard for me to hate on the Banger GT because I used to putt with them for the longest time. And then I grew a brain and realized who the f needs an indentation to putt. Not sure how anyone picks up the voodoo and thinks it's a good idea to putt with. Seriously, Gateway can only do one thing right and they still messed up this mold. If you're wondering how, by continuing to produce more. That's how. If you use the Berg to putt with and it's not turbo, I don't know what the hell you're thinking. In no world should this be acceptable, and everyone knows the dude that uses that shit. Dustin, please for the love of disc golf Jesus, quit making my eyes bleed. I will never accept the Roach is good. I know half the people using it only do it for the weed reference. It's not that funny, guys. Also, I have to watch everyone miss with them at putting league, so if you're trying to prove me wrong, you should do a better job. The only thing worse than people that putt with roaches are those that use the Luna. If you putt with an AVR, I'm going to assume you get the early bird special and have to chew a pill to get hard. But hey, at least you're dropping putts. The only people I know that putt with Swans, slam twisted tees, I don't know what's worse, drinking that piss or putting with this shit. Guess what, that combo can't really get any more rock bottom. Using the Maiden can only mean one thing. You have no friends, because someone would have told you to knock it off a long time ago. Either you sell weed or smoke a lot of it if you have a wizard. Either way, it doubles as a rolling tray. More doobies have been rolled on that thing than Circle 2 putts have gone in, that's for sure. I wish I could think of something to say about this disc, but just like the people that use the Rico, it's irrelevant. The quickest way for me to tell if I'm going to like you or not is by what you putt with, and those that use the Judge can go f themselves. If you want to make more putts, switch. Here's the sign you've been waiting for. I'd rather throw up, be forced to eat it, and then regurgitate it than have to putt with Rainmakers. Sounds extreme, but I can assure you, it's not. I can't believe people actually use a pig to putt with. I would rather you use a driver because at least it'll feel better in your hand. Sorry, I'm still stunned people for real think this disc is any good. Fuck the glitch and fuck you if you bag one. Disc golfers that use the Alpaca have at least some common sense, but they also happen to be broke. Those that putt with the Envy, I think are confused because it's meant for throwing, not putting. I don't know what's more annoying, people that think the Pure is a legit good disc, or the people that make puns about how they pured a shot. Either way, I wish I could knock some sense into both. I really wish I could make fun of the PA3s, but the only jokes I have is about flashing, and that's been overplayed. Imagine a disc so boring, I can't say anything good or bad. Quite ironic that it would take zero common sense to bag a logic, isn't it? The penny putter reserved for anyone that got scammed, sponsored by Lone Star. Everyone drop their discount codes in the comment section below. Maybe then I'll try their plastic. I have more respect for the guy who calls foot faults an MA4 than the people that putt with polecats. But now I'm saying it out loud, that might be the same people. And don't even count the Halo bullshit ones. I can only assume that the Nomad putters are made up of all the bandwagon MVP fans. Come on guys, at least be more discreet than that. Wait, do people still use the Warden? Like unironically? Huh, that's weird. Fuck 12 though, right? I've heard good things about the Pilot. I won't repeat them because I'm not a dumbass, but at least I've heard them. If you bag the Harp, you're stupid. If you putt with them, you might have to take a test somewhere. People that putt with the Link are the same ones that fell for the crypto scams. Diamond hands for days, boys. I doubt anyone actually uses the popcorn, but if you do, that's sick and you're dope. Probably missed a shitload of putts, but still sick. Apparently disc golf is too easy, because people that putt with any variation of the Challenger are making it harder on themselves for putting with such a garbage disc. The only magic this disc produces is the extra strokes from all the missed putts I know you're about to have. Seriously, if you don't use a wizard, you made the wrong choice by picking Gateway. Fireflies are reserved for the pricks with money, because ain't no way you'll catch me paying $20 for putters. Each, I should add. If you thought putting an X in front of the Rico would save you, you're dumber than I thought. Daggers are meant for people that use their fingers to count on still, and don't even get me started on how they tie their shoes. Here's a hint. Velcro. I stared at the Lone Star putters for so long and couldn't get myself to pick any others, because I refuse to believe anyone used that shit. Like the horny toad? Come on. But if you do, you're kinda awesome. Might as well never come back to the channel if you putt with copperheads though. That's a joke. Please come back. But with a different putter next time. The only crown you should have is the one that says dunce on it, because putting with Westside should be a crime, or at least fair game at getting bullied. Is the Blowfly a meme disc before they were popular? If so, I'm blaming this floppy disk for all these problems I'm seeing. Sorry, this disc blows more than Tina. You putt with the what? What? I don't know what the f you're talking about, but if you putt with MVP, shame on you. Besides the Pixel, everyone needs to buy a Pixel. Is that how you wanted me to say it, Simon? My mind was blown because I really didn't think anyone used the Arrow. I thought the halo was just a money laundering play. Actually, I'm still not convinced it isn't. I don't know why the hell disc golfers think puns for putters work. Like, does anyone need a magnet? We all know they're going to miss the basket anyways. I refuse to believe anyone uses the Nova. Please don't comment that you do either. I'd rather my day not be ruined. I like the beaver. Not the disc, but the name is pretty cool. The only steady you'll see my hands on is the Clash plastic. Not any of these DGA bullshit. Sorry, Ed. Just know, if you putt with the ringer, I hate you. Most people bought the Penrose because they thought it would fix their putt. How'd that go? Here's a hint. It didn't. Side note, is EV7 the new gateway, except they don't pretend to make average discs? The first time I saw someone putting with the Shogun was today, and after that performance, I understand why. If you fell for the marketing behind the hydrogen, that's your fault. But the missed putts, yeah, those are all on you. I have faith that everyone that putts with one misses 9 out of 10 putts. If you're going to try and defend them, stop yourself, because I'm not going to listen. The Omega. That's the only thing I can say about this disc. Nope, I refuse to acknowledge the armadillo's existence. And the super dildo. The inner core is trash, but recycled trash, so I approve. People that putt with the gnome only bought it for the scratch and sniff. Well, I probably pissed off 50 people, but just remember, I don't care. If you didn't want to be made fun of, you should have picked a better putter. Actually, go to your local shop, close your eyes, and pick again, because odds are it'll be better than whatever shit you're bagging now. Then maybe when I make part 2, I won't roast you as hard. Again, shout out to Floppy Disk for letting me record at their tournament and add some more pressure for those 15-foot putts. Hey, at least that gave you an excuse, because we all knew you were never making it anyways.
I hope some of you were able to make it through the jokes, but then again, some people don't understand what that means. Or I'm just not funny. Oh well. For those that made it this far, I have a side story that involves putting, so thought I could throw it in here. I played a wager match earlier this week and was offered an invite to another course afterwards. Me being me could never refuse more disc golf. So after that round, I drove to the next course and got a quick doubles match in. During the round, there was a mention of a putting league, which confused me because I thought I was aware of all the local disc golf festivities. Not too concerned though, because my disc golf fix was being filled right now, so I wasn't all that eager to miss putts at some local bar. That was until, of course, I received word that it was a secret putting league. That intrigued me, and now my mission for the round was no longer on the doubles match, but how I was going to receive an invitation to this outing. It was only until we were shaking up after the 18th hole as the round came to an end when the man who goes by the Viking asked if I wanted to putt tonight. This was my moment. Playing it cool, I hit him with a casual, yes. Wrote down the address of the location, went on my way, and waited. When the time came, I pulled into the dark driveway in the middle of nowhere, secluded from the outside world. I'm setting the mood way better than any of you did on Valentine's Day. I already know it. But I parked, looked around for the entrance as I could hear the rattling of chains, found a door, went into a garage, yet still no people in sight. I then noticed another door in the back, which I opened, went down, and there it was, the Honey Creek Hideaway. They already had a game in session, which was perfect, because then I could get some practice in and more importantly, understand the structure of what was going on. There were 5 stations with 3 different distances, 20, 25, and 30 feet. And then for the last 2 rounds, there was a smaller basket implemented. One person went at a time, you get 4 putts at every station, and the round number is the multiplier for points. So if you make 2 putts at station 3, you get 6 points. I'm not a math guy, but I got it pretty easily. Overall, I didn't mind the structure. I only had 2 critiques. There should be at least one station that incorporates a step putt option. That's definitely a bias for me, but it's also a part of the game, so might as well keep it fresh in the wintertime. And my second critique is if there's a multiplier system in the game, I don't see why it's capped. Why not get a bonus if you make all the putts at a station? And again, why stop there? Get creative with it. And if you don't think so now, just wait until the high scores stop coming in. And finally, we get to my favorite thing. I'm a nerd about disc golf, and I want to leave my mark at as many places as possible. So when I saw the opportunity to write down your name for a high score, I knew I needed to get on that list. Currently, it was 119, which was beatable. Round 2 was starting, so I threw my name on the board and was officially a part of the Honey Creek Hideaway League. It was a rough start to say the least, and I only had a few warm-up putts. Also, I was still sober. Cracked open a Miller Lite and coasted through my first game. Now I felt confident. I started off making every putt from station 1, then the same for the second station, and 3. Couldn't keep it going all the way, but a 50 isn't too bad, especially after a lackluster first set of 35 points. The final set was rocky, but kept it going only to be 1 short of the record at 118. But that's okay, because Dan broke that with a 133. If you're wondering what he putts with, it's maidens. And as your friend Dan, I feel obligated to say, the maiden is shit.
If you like seeing local disc golfers featured over my typical rounds, make sure to comment down below. Also, if I made you laugh, drop a like and subscribe. It's the easiest way to help out the channel. Oh, and if you want to see me roasting my first ever in the bag, check out the video right here.